like I said, I'm in DuPont Circle, and it is a park, and there's just people sitting around, and we're going to find out what they believe. And there's a really cute little dog coming toward me now that needs to be on a leash. Uh-oh, he's arching his back. I think there's going to be a problem here. Clean up in aisle 7. Clean up in aisle 7. All right, let's see if I can go to the people who own this dog and see if they will talk to me on the radio. Hey, excuse me. Would you guys be willing to answer some questions for me for a radio show that we're doing? And if he gets to, what's this fellow's name? Lincoln. That's a great name. What kind of show? We're finding out how people make decisions about right and wrong, what they think the definition is between good and evil. You're in for some of those questions? We won't argue about stuff. I just want to hear how your brain works. You'll do it? Okay, terrific. Sir, tell me your first name, first of all.
Sunjeev.
Sunjeev. Where are you from?
Detroit.
Detroit. All right, Sunjeev. Do you believe in moral absolutes?
No.
You do not. So how do you decide how you should behave during the course of the day?
Well, not through moral absolutes.
Then who defines right and wrong for you?
I do.
You define it by yourself, all right?
Well, I define it, but I'm influenced by a whole range of sources.
All right. Now, let's say this lady's definition of right and wrong is different than yours, and they come at odds with each other. How does that conflict get resolved? Who's right and who's wrong?
It's difficult because I don't think there is one right or one wrong. It's like what your faith is your reality. And so you can coexist with two different moral absolutes.
Okay, you just entered into the realm of religion. Do you believe that there is a God?
I mean, that's a very individual thing, but I believe there's a higher being besides just humanity, yes.
Okay, does that higher being have a name for you?
For me, no.
Okay, what if I believed in a higher being and I called it Larry? Would you think that I was wrong?
No.
All right, even though you don't think it's Larry?
Exactly.
Okay. Do you believe in the American right of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness?
Why not?
Where do you think those rights come from?
They're self-ordained.
Self-ordained. Can you define what that means for me?
There's a collectivism that's established, and people get together in a society and decide on collective values.
All right. And so what if the society got together and decided we shouldn't have the right to freedom and liberty? Would you be okay with that?
Well, this is a whole debate, right, within the world now. It's like relativism versus universalism, cultural relativism versus universalism. And I tend to agree on the side of the fact that there are certain fundamental, basic, minimum standards that apply to all human beings.
And where do those come from?
I don't have the intelligence to figure out which are those basic standards, where they're derived. But there's certain things that are fundamental, I think, and those are derived through various sources: religion, political philosophy.
Do you believe in good and evil?
It's not that clear. No, I don't believe in a dualism that's so simple.
Okay, do you think you're a good person?
I think so.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 is you're not good, 10 is you're great. Where do you think you rate?
11.
You're an 11. You're a very good person.
I don't know. It really depends on context. I think I'm a good person more than a bad person.
More than what?
I'm more good than bad.
More good than bad. All right. I want to give you a question about an ethics question.
NPR?
No, this isn't an NPR. No. Why? Why do you ask that?
Because I was wondering where is this going to be broadcast?
On the radio. On a radio station in Minneapolis, actually. All right, I'm gonna. Is this your dog right here, little Lincoln?
No, this is her dog.
Okay, but you love little Lincoln, right? You like little Lincoln. You don't like the dog.
I have no attachment to Lincoln, frankly.
Okay. Do you have a dog?
No.
Did you have a dog when you were growing up?
No.
All right. Do you have any sort of pet?
Nope.
Any animal that you have an attachment to?
Nope.
Let's use Lincoln here and see where this goes, all right? Let's say that Lincoln, your friend's dog, was drowning in a pool.
I would go save.
But then there's also a stranger, a human being in the pool, who's drowning. You can only save one. Which one would you save?
Ooh, that's a very good question. I'd try to save both.
You can't. One of them. Just one.
I would try to I don't know. I think I would probably save the human being. And I know where this is going.
Where's it going?
You're going to ask me about who has more right to life, a dog or a human being, and why those rights to life exist. And just because of a function of being a human being, are you better than someone else, and do you have more rights than other people?
Do you think we have more value than an animal?
That's a very difficult question. But because of my influence and the way society's portrayed it to me, and to a certain extent I have free will, but I think I have decided fundamentally that, yes, human beings are more important than dogs.
Okay, so you'd save the human being?
Probably.
Here's another question for you. Here's another question about life and death. You can only save one group, all right? Group 1 is a group of complete strangers from Tibet, all right? In an airplane. So about 500 people. You can save them, or you can save a bus full of school children from one of the local schools around here in Washington, D.C., or you can save your best friend. Which one would you choose?
I know what you're getting at. You're getting at the whole concept of how we relate to the world. Self, family, community, society, country, culture, and then the world. And clearly there's a hierarchy of attachment and of emotional distance and emotional sort of attachment. So, I mean, the answer is pretty clear.
What is it?
It's not as clear as that. It's the whole concept of greater good, utilitarianism, etc., etc. I'd probably save the 500 Tibetans.
You would. All right. How old do you think the Earth is?
Multiple. I don't know. How old is I have no idea.
Don't know. Okay. But you were going to say multiple billions of years?
Probably.
Where do you get that information from?
Education, books, science.
And are you pro-choice, or you're pro-choice? And how come?
I believe a woman has a fundamental right to choose.
Okay. And may I ask, where do those rights come from?
Self-ordained.
Self-ordained.
Or the collectivist society decided that was...
The government?
The government acts as a body. As its function is to hopefully assess in a democracy the collective beliefs, and that could change over time.
So if the government decided that it's not good for a woman to have an abortion, you'd be okay with that?
I wouldn't be okay with it, no. But I would have certain recourse to at least address those issues and spark a debate and find out if it's okay.
Thanks for talking to me. All right, you okay? Yeah. Cool. Thank you very much. Thanks. You want to talk to me? No? Questions not fun for you? All right. Thanks very much for talking to me. I appreciate it very much. In Washington, D.C., you're listening to Talk the Walk on AM 980 KKMS More, Spirited Talk Radio.